Hey everyone, Luke here from Abyssal Foundry. This is my first video devlog, and I'm hoping to do more of these going forward if I have time. I think it's important to show and tell when you can, and this way you can actually see the changes made as I talk about them. So this is a bit of a test as well, but if you like seeing these and listening to them, I'll definitely try to do more. So the last month has been absolutely wild. Oubliette's been travelling all over the UK to various events, which has been incredible, but between all that chaos, I've still managed to squeeze in some solid development time. So with that being said, let's dive into what's new in Update 2.3. I've added new visual feedback to most movement actions, so that includes things like wall sliding, jumping, walking, that kind of stuff. Oubliette is a game that revolves around a lot of movement, and for a while now I've been wanting to layer in more of those little details that really give everything more impact. The goal here is to make everything feel more responsive and tactile. Along with that, I've added some quality of life improvements that might seem small, but make a huge difference in practice. I've added guided movement as you approach the bottom of chasms, so basically the game subtly steers you away from obstacles right before you land, preventing odd moments where you aren't properly lined up and miss that dramatic landing as you hit the bottom. There's not really anything to do in that final 40 meters or so I think we can get away with removing just a little bit of control for that specific moment. I also made some improvements to the camera system. There was this annoying edge case where the Dutch angle would cause some jittery movements. It was a small fix, but it really had quite a big impact. Wall sliding feels a lot smoother now, no matter what angle you're coming at it from. Finally, I scaled down the UI a bit. It was taking up more screen real estate than it needed to, and in a game where you're zipping through narrow spaces at massive speed, every bit of visibility matters. The UI is high contrast enough that it didn't really need to be as chunky as it was. Now, I want to address something that's come up a lot since we've started showing Oubliette publicly, and that is motion sickness. Quite a few people have expressed concerns, and some have even said that they felt sick just watching gameplay footage. This has been on my radar since day one. It's something I've been actively testing for throughout development. There are a few potential culprits here: the artificial camera shake, the unusual perspective, or just the sheer visual density of the environment when you're falling at high speed. Here's the interesting thing though. In almost all of our in-person playtests so far, we've had very few reports of motion sickness, even from players who are normally quite prone to it. That being said, everyone's different. Some players are inevitably going to struggle with it, and I do respect that. We're currently exploring additional accessibility options to make the experience more comfortable for as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, Oubliette is a pretty strange game, and we understand that it might not vibe with everyone, and that's okay. Speaking of which, our next update is going to focus heavily on visual clarity, specifically within the levels themselves. The goal is to make things look a little less busy and easier to scan when you're falling at speed. It's all about finding that sweet spot between style and readability. Well, that's everything for this month's update. A huge thanks to everyone who's been playtesting, providing feedback and just spreading the word about Oubliette. You're all helping shape this game into something quite special. If you haven't already, why not go wishlist Oubliette on Steam? It really helps us out and you'll stay in the loop on all future updates. That's all from me. I'll catch you in the next one.